I'm good. How about yourself? You live?
I'm live. Okay. Greetings, everyone. I am this Grandmaster Sean Cannon of the Grand United Order of Our Fellows, and I'm here to talk to you today about writing on faith. I'm going to start off. Okay. Have you heard from Alan? Hello, greetings. I am this Grandmaster Sean Cannon of the Grand United Order of Our Fellows in America. I oversee the state of South Carolina. And today we're going to be talking about writing on faith. And I want to begin with the opening of Hebrew number first verse, and then we'll go on talking from there. And I'll let people hopefully be in there a little bit. It says, "Now faith is being sure of what we hope for the for and certain of what we do not see." Let me repeat that, 'cause I stutter a lot. I apologize. Uh, Now, faith is being sure that we hope for and certain of what we do not see. What is that saying? Basically, it's saying is that with faith, we go off not by what we see, but what we believe is true. You don't always have to see something to know it's still there. Is no different than the love of a loved one, such as your mother, your sister, your brother, your niece, your child. You know, you love them, but can you really touch it? But your faith eh, gives you that belief that it is possible to be loved and to give love. To have true faith, you have to be willing to give up yourself. You have to give of yourself in ways that most people don't even know that you're willing to give. For me, faith comes in different forms and different types. Um, the hardest thing for me to do is trust. And with trust comes faith. And I choose to ride on faith, as our topic states today, in some of my actions to hope for better trust and relationships with other individuals. Now, I believe in putting my faith in different things and different ones just to make sure that I give the most of myself to receive the most back. Now, there's all different types of faith, and there's all different types of riding on faith. Right now, I am personally riding on faith in hopes that things I have put in place in my life, excuse me, with my stroke, sometimes I get on a yawning fit. Uh, I have a yawning episode, so I do apologize. But with me, I ride on my faith in whatever I choose to commit myself mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically. Uh, my faith was tested. For me, a small little testimony. My faith was tested about October of last year. Uh, I went to sleep feeling good and healthy. Probably not. I know not eating healthy, but feeling good. Good. Then I woke up that Sunday morning. I had a stroke while I was asleep. I thought it might have just been a cold or I slept wrong and I had a pinched nerve and I could walk it off. I went through the whole day walking with my leg not stable, my left arm not stable. Didn't even phantom in my mind that something was wrong with me other than just a pinched nerve or slept wrong. Then that following Monday, I overslept for work. So I went to the hospital that morning. 'Cause I never oversleep for work. And I found out I had a stroke. And if I had went the day before, they could have given me some medicine to maybe help me break up my clot. But since I was naive to my own health, naive to my own well-being, I didn't go that Sunday. I didn't go to that Monday, which was too late to take any type of pill to break up any clots or anything of that nature. But I still survived. It was a rough month. I went through from the hospital to therapy, and I have had my ups and downs ever since. Some even going to work. Went back to work after a period of time, got back, did my job, cleaned up, and then as soon as they felt like they was good, they let me go. Maybe it was because they feared that I might have another stroke or something else. But I still have faith that I could still do whatever I choose to do because I was raised in that and I felt like the spirit always told me, hey, if you believe it, you can accomplish it. And that's all it is. Believing in something is another word for faith in something. I have faith in myself and I have faith in, excuse me again, in higher being to go further than just where I was at. I believe that this was part of my testimony for my life. How I fought and overcame, maybe not the same, but maybe a better version of me in a lot of different ways. I still have not accomplished all my goals. I have not won out in everything. But with faith and riding on my faith, I still believe. I still keep forging on. I used to type good with two hands. Now I type good with one hand. Not because I lost my hand, but just because there's some issues after my stroke. But I still believe and I still have faith because without that faith, you have no hope. And without no hope, you have no faith. So you see how they go both hand in hand, hope and faith, two different words, but meaning the same thing. Believing in something that you can't see, but still there. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that." But then time they go through something, they want to say, "Well, I believe now, I believe now." You have to have that faith not only at that time, but every other time. You have to have that hope each and every other time to have that true faith. Now, you can ride on your faith. Um, and sometimes your faith will, sometimes things you have faith in will let you down. Don't get me wrong. Just because you have faith in something don't always mean that you will have it. I experienced that myself again after my stroke. I belong to many different fraternal orders, pay my dues, go to my meetings, but time I got sick, I still didn't hear from my brothers. So it was a hard lesson for me to learn. I had faith that one day that if I did get sick or stuff, something that I would survive, I would make it, I would go on to the next level, but that wasn't always true. That hasn't been always true. But I still have faith in myself. I still have faith in my brothers. I'm not gonna say I have complete faith as I once did in my brother, but I have still faith in the organizations because I believe in their message and their meaning. I believe um, that with true faith, you could accomplish everything. I want to say hello to Travis Davis. He's one of our brothers. I just want to say hello to him and say and greet you. Good day. Now, if you have faith, you can accomplish any and everything. Nothing in this world has been accomplished by any individual without having hope or faith. Hope and faith is what is the cornerstone of all our existence. Um, for instance, if we really wanted to think about the people in our life, we always have hope and faith that each one of our loved ones be okay. But riding on faith and hope and faith means one thing. You got to not only believe it, but you also got to work at it. Faith without work or work without faith, you won't accomplish anything. You have to do both. It's a 50-50 thing. If you don't put nothing in, don't expect nothing out. Just say, well, I have faith that it's going to happen like this, but I'm not going to do no work to get it. Then don't expect nothing to happen. But if you have faith and you say, well, I'm going to put something in, then you have a chance to get something out. Now, I can't tell you how much work to put in something to get a reward because faith don't work like that. Faith works on you could believe, you could hope, you could work towards, but it's up to you to decide what is important to you to make happen for yourself and for others around you. Riding on faith don't mean well I'm gonna believe, I'm gonna believe, I'm gonna believe, I'm gonna believe, but I ain't gonna do, I'm not gonna do. If you truly want to have an impact, you have to put in that type of work yourself. Now, I don't know how much or what kind of work you feel like you may have to do. It may be simple one thing you might have to do. It may be something that you're gonna work at each and every day. Sometimes your work may be having that faith, making your prayers, keeping your prayers, keeping your oath to yourself, keeping your oath to your loved ones, keeping promises to your job. All those are different manifestations of faith. Your oath or your commitment that you gave is a different way to handle faith. Faith isn't a fly by night thing. Faith isn't a quick and easy thing. Faith comes when it needs to come. It don't comes when we want to come. So when you can ride on faith all you want to, but if you ain't willing to ride on faith and don't expect nothing back, then that's what it is. You can't just believe that oh something's gonna happen, something's gonna be, but at the same time saying, well, I believe, but so now I expect it to happen. Just because you have faith in something don't always mean you want to get it right when you want it. It happens when it's meant to happen. It happens when no one else is around. You could count on it today or tomorrow, and it don't happen. But then you count on today and tomorrow, and it do happen. So when you ride on faith, don't expect just because you have faith for one moment that everything gonna be perfect. Your faith gonna come in is working each and every day, each and every day. Your belief in something is hard to accomplish if you don't believe that it can happen. Uh, After my stroke, for example, for a year I didn't even drive my car. Not because I feared for it, not because I thought I couldn't, but everybody thought I shouldn't. They didn't believe that it was possible or I could, but I believed in myself. I believed in what I was doing. So one day I went to the doctor and talked to the doctor and asked the doctor, "Can I drive?" Doctor said, "Who told you you couldn't?" I said, "Well, this person said," he said, "So, but that's not the case. Do you believe you could drive?" I said, "Yes, I do believe." That was my faith talking. I ain't gonna say it was my intelligence, but it was my faith talk. But my faith allowed me to finally get behind the wheel again after over a year and drive. Since then, I haven't stopped driving. I haven't had any accidents. Well, that ain't true. I have had other people hit me, but I haven't had nobody hit them. And I believe that long as I continue having my belief that things gonna be okay, and I'm gonna be okay in doing things in that nature, then I'm going to be okay in accomplishing my goals. Because when I'm out there, I'm not out there just for me. I'm out there for me and everybody else. So I have to be more mindful of what I do now, but at the same time, I got to know my limitations and know how to proceed with things that I do. So now I proceed in a different manner, but my faith is still there. My commitment, my faith that when I get behind that wheel, I'm going to get behind and get from underneath that wheel the same way I got behind it by believing that I can do it. For those who don't believe this, faith would get you a longer way than just saying that, well, somebody's going to give me, give me, give me. Sometimes you have to have that faith in the others as well, rather that they could do it to add to your faith that it can be done. Things don't just always happen because you wanted to. Sometimes you have to believe in others. I love to count on myself. I'm not gonna lie. If I could count on myself, I would count on myself majority of the time. But sometimes I have to count on man. Man could let you down, or man could raise you up. But my faith always gonna give the benefit of the doubt that you will raise me up. You will raise up to the occasion. I don't want to believe in other ways because that means I lose my hope, my faith. And I'm not gonna allow no one to take my faith in myself. I believe that others in mankind can do better, should do better, have do better. There's so much room for this to discuss. I'm going to ask those who are watching out. Ask any questions. Let's talk about it. Now, for those who don't be shy, you could text it on here, but I will do my best since I'm the only one here today to give you the answers that I may think about. On the other day, the other day I woke up, I had epiphany and a thought popping in my head, so I write it down. I did it on Facebook, of course, like many other people, and millions and millions of people do, and I call them my facts. I made a statement the other day, 'cause it popped in my head. I couldn't get it out, so I had to write it down. It felt like it was meant for me to say. We have a lot of people who call themselves our friends, but they're really associates that just people we know than associates than friends who are just associates. We have more associates pretend to be real friends than friends who you can count on. I made that statement not to be harsh, not to say I was mad at someone, but to me that became a reality. Things happen in my life, things I've seen happening in this world, things I've seen happen with my family and my loved ones. Most of us have family and friends, but how many real family and friends do you have if you really call on them that they'll pick up the phone and just say, "Hey, I'll be there." Now, I have family and friends who I love them. I probably do just buy anything for them. But can I say they'll do the same for me? No. So I know I have more associates in this world than I do have true friends. True friends just go with you and ride with you through your good ups and downs, just like riding on faith. Because your faith may go up sometime, may go down sometime. True friends may go ups and down sometimes, but it's still there, just like faith. Now, if we're going to say we're going to ride on faith, then you have to give part of yourself to whatever you believe in or hoping for. You can't just say, "Well, I'm riding on faith by, hey, I'm riding on faith, but I'm not going to give of myself." So the question is, what are you willing to give of yourself to say that you riding and you believe? Anybody can say, "I believe," but can you put action with your words? Same thing with faith. Everything comes with reaction, not just a saying, "I got faith by myself." So, with that being said, are you willing to? I'm going to put this out to the general public. Maybe not today, you may answer, but you can answer in our Facebook group or our YouTube group. Are you willing to give of yourself for your faith? That's a hard thing to do. Give of yourself for your faith. So I want people to think about that and answer that question in our Facebook group and our YouTube page, and we'll respond to that next week on next week's show. Are you willing to give up yourself, parts of yourself, for what your faith? That's a strong message. Not many of us willing to sacrifice ourselves for our beliefs, and some want to sacrifice themselves for other people's beliefs because they don't have no belief or faith in going on with them. So why not trust in yourself before you trust in someone else? That's a hard thing to say. Sometimes we put more faith in others than we put faith in ourselves. But if you can't start with faith in your own self, then we have a problem. We have something that will not work, not last, not go on. For example, we have had many people commit to doing this show. Supposed to have a panel. It shouldn't be, it wasn't supposed to be just me. It wasn't supposed to just be one person. We had quite a few people commit to doing this show. Go Up Live supposed to be a mixture of panels to talk about the subject matter of the day, comments that has been left, but it's not. But it's not going as I would hope, and we would hope because whatever reason, it's not here for me to judge someone, but I have faith if I continue forging on my part, then we'll be able to overcome all trials and tribulations. That's my faith. I push myself each and every week to make sure I'm here for whomever. If it's one person, two person, I really don't. The numbers don't really matter to me. But my commitment to what I believe in, my commitment to being the person I said I want to be for myself, for my daughter, for my granddaughter, for my mother, my sister, my nephews, and everyone else who I love. That's what keeps me going. That's the faith I ride on. I ride on the faith of my commitment to improve myself for others. Tonight, this is a interesting show. I'm talking, and some may say I'm rambling. Maybe so, but my goal is to have faith and keep my word that hey, it is what it is, and the people who say that they will be here, so we could continue this talk. If not, I do my best to keep you the answer and talk for this next 33 minutes. But if I can't make it, I can't make it. I'm not gonna blame nobody. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. Everybody know every Tuesday at 8 o'clock we do this show, so I do what I can. But I do believe in one thing. The topic tonight is a very important topic tonight. I haven't seen no really comment for us to respond to. I haven't seen any comments for anybody to respond to. But I'm going to say this. My belief that I'm doing the right thing and we're doing the right thing is true. My belief that this stuff is going to make it is true. Now, next week, I'm going to continue this topic right on faith, but we're going to talk about it uh, um, showing that we ride it on faith, but we ride on faith for hope as well. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to speak about that, and we're going to be about that. Now, I can't promise you that everything will be perfect. I can't promise you that we're always going to have a speaker because I am not a speaker. I'm not a professional. I am just a person who believes in giving back and hoping for the best. So I am that person. I am that person that believe in doing the best I can for all I can. Maybe I might make some mistakes and I might fail on some things, but I'm still gonna try. The question is, are you? Or are you willing to put your hopes, your dreams, and everything on the line and expect nothing back? Or do you think because you put your hopes and dreams and you ride it on that faith tip that you should automatically receive something back? I don't know. I don't know the right answer. I'm not a minister, I'm not a therapist. I'm just a simple person trying to reach out to others, brothers and sisters, men and child, trying to get a positive feedback on something that is very important to all of us. Connection. We all some of us say that we're a solo individual. Some people say that we not solo, we introverts and extroverts. But what does that really mean? S- Basically, in a nutshell, to me, it means some of us believe that things will happen with other people and they put their hope and faith in it. And some believe I don't expect nothing, so I won't expect nothing to go wrong because anything and everything can happen, so they have no hope. When you lose hope, you lose, when you lose hope or faith, you lose to a sense of possibility. 'Cause right, having faith means that you always have a possibility for something else to change, to improve, to get better, to do whatever it needs to do. So, what the question is, how are you going to ride on faith? Is it possible to ride on faith without expecting nothing back in return? And if you don't get nothing back like you want to get something back, do you lose faith? Again, don't you? Nobody has to answer that question right now. You can answer it next week. Cause we can continue this subject, but it's gonna be on hold because they're interchangeable. No, we're not trying to talk about the same topic. For those who asked the question, we're talking about hope because without faith, you can't have no hope. Without hope, you can't have no faith. So we're gonna be talking about two sides of the same coin, different names and different meanings, but the same meaning. Now, I'm at a point where right now I have almost gave up faith in some projects that I've been working on. I have many people who have come at me left, right, over top, over under, but I still have faith in my overall mission. I have people trying to drag me through the mud and drag my family through, my name through the mud. Not because I did something to them, but because I won't allow them to have nothing in return. They want title. Titles is only should be given and used if you're willing to put in the work for it. If you expect something for it, then you get something back. I mean, not what you expect, what you like, but you do get something. I got a person in our group just say, faith without works is dead. Is that's true? Because you got to put in that work to get and to make sure whatever you hoping for, believing in, and praying for, and thought of works out. That's completely true. I had relationships. We all have had relationships. We wanted it to work so bad. We wanted it to work so. We put so much of ourselves into it and try to make it conform to the way we think it should be or we should be ourselves. But we forgot to put one thing in it, our faith. We put money in it, we put time sometimes or no in it. Sometimes we don't put no time. We just have believed that, well, I'm here, so that just automatically means that it's gonna work out. That relationship gonna work out. Or if I work hard in it, it's gonna automatically work. Neither one is the correct answer. Neither one is gonna guarantee. But if you don't put no work in it, then in that relationship, then you won't have anything to show for it. Your work is shown, your faith is shown by the work that you put in. It's just like a job. If you go to a job, if you don't never work, you don't get paid. If you don't put no work in, you're not gonna get paid. So now my question is, how do you ride on faith then? Is it by action, by thoughts, by words? To me, there's no one true one way to do it or not to do it. You know, it's up to each and every one to decide how they was gonna do it and when they're gonna do it. But it's more about what you believe, what you willing to put into it. Faith comes in many different ways. In my left hand right now, I have about 8% strength in my hand. But I still believe and I still have faith in myself that I could do anything and everything that I need to do, I should do for myself and for others because I believe. I believe in that message. I believe that um, if no matter what anybody else says, that things gonna change, things gonna get better, things gonna overcome. That's me riding on my faith. I can't promise you my faith is gonna be your faith, but I can promise your faith will be your faith. Your strength of your faith is how you're gonna be able to react to all surroundings. Not everybody meant for everything. Not everybody meant for everyone. But your faith is only as strong as you make it out to be. Anybody can say, I got faith in this. But do you have the conviction to fulfill your faith? Conviction to follow through on what you want other people to follow through to give you your rewards or for you to give them their rewards? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. I'm not a Dr. Phil. I'm not a Dr. Zoe. I'm not Oprah. I'm not anybody else but Sean Cannon. Just Grandmaster of South Carolina. That's all I am. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. I'm a brother. I'm an uncle. And I'm a son, grandson, cousin, or whatever. But I never, not nobody what husband as of yet. But I do believe that one day I will accomplish that too. But right now, my pocket's been saying that hey, we have faith that you ain't this time right now, so I go with that. When we choose, I look at a lot of my friends who are married. And one thing I believe truly, love is faith, because you can't see it, but you still believe in it. If you love someone, hey, it could take you any place else, and that's your faith in that person. You can't love someone without having faith in them. So, in some ways, I could say that I'm very jealous of some people uh, who have marriages and who have been married and still are currently married. Marriage ain't easy, not what I see, but you ride on faith every day that you wake up with your partner. Every day you go to sleep, you ride on faith that both of y'all gonna wake up together. Both of y'all gonna eat together. Both of y'all gonna live together. Both of y'all gonna fight together. But that faith in each other and the love that you have keeps you together. Sometimes it don't always work, but when it works, it works. Now, I can't help that sometimes, well, no one can help if you don't have no faith in your partner. Only you could decide that. You know, I'm here and they're there, or you're there and they're over there. But you have to have that belief that whatever may be going on, good or bad, that it will get better because y'all chose each other. Yes, I'm talking about bouncing around on different subjects. I do apologize for that. My mind is racing with all different type of thoughts right now. How do you define riding on faith? The easiest thing is it's like air. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You know it's there, but you can still feel it. You can't, and when you feel it, but you can't see it, you still know it's there and you know what it is. So that's what faith is for me. Just like air. I can't see it, but I know it's still there. Now, when I ride on faith, I ride on the hope and the belief that everything and will things will be getting better. That's me riding on faith. Now, I don't know about you, but my faith is strong enough to say, well, hey, if I mess up, I believe that I could accomplish some things and get myself out. Yes, it may not always work. I could always have belief. Just because you believe something, have faith in something, don't always mean it's gonna work. Let's not get mixed up with just because I have faith in something or I hope for something that is automatically gonna mean that it's going to happen. It's not. Again, just because you have faith don't mean everything gonna come out when you want it. Sometimes it may have a time delay. It might not come when you want it, but it'll come when it's needed. So, being honest, if you have true faith, have patience because your patience is your virtue. Your patience gonna allow you to see more than what you seeing. It's gonna allow you to have more faith in what you're doing and what you're being. So just believe in yourself, believe in your loved ones, believe in those who are closest to you, that everything will be okay. I'm still struggling myself with a lot of things since my stroke. But I still believe that my higher being will bring me through. He still allowed me to see, think, talk, react, write. I can't dance, but I couldn't dance before then, so that ain't changed. But he still allowed me to exist. So that means each and every day I have hope for that day and that next day to forge on and continue on into a bigger and brighter way. I have faith that I'm going to make it each and every day if my higher being allows me to wake up that morning. Yes, I might have some trials and tribulation, but my belief that things will work out if I continue forging on and believing in him, it, and myself, then something positive will come out of the mix. Don't know what, don't know when, don't even know how. But I just have to have that belief that my faith in what I believe in and what I do will go on and go further. Um, I know this has been a weird show tonight with just me on it. I'm not a camera person. I'm not a camera ready person, but hey, I was here just to make sure we do what we got to do. We got to be what we got to be. So I do apologize for me just being the only one talking tonight, for no one else showing up. Is they're not responsible for being here, but I choose to do what I said I'm going to do. I choose to have that faith that no matter what is going on, we all have the same common goal. They may not be here tonight physically. They may have to work. They may have family issues. But I still do have faith that they have this show, this order in their hearts. Just because you don't see them don't mean that they're not there here to support you or be there with you. So I'm not down that they're not here. I'm just sad for y'all for having to listen to me for almost an hour. I feel sad that you had to listen to me and hear my whiny voice and my unpleasant looks to talk about writing on faith. But next week, I promise you, we'll have more people on this show talking about it. Continue on this message, but we will be talking about hope and faith. Now, can I promise you that everything else is going to work out for you next week or between the time that you commit yourself to something today? If you hear this message or you find something in it, in my ramblings, that's going to be perfect? No, I can't. Only thing I could promise you, if you wake up the next day, you have another chance to make something happen. And that's the only thing we all could do. Take one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 hour at a time to make a difference in our own lives and other lives. Now, I am not here to preach about you. I'm not here to tell you anything that you don't already know. School of Life is it was founded for the purpose to promote the Grand United Order of Our Fellows in American jurisdiction, and we're doing that one person at a time, one subject at a time. We're not afraid to tackle hard topics. We got other shows coming up, and we will be having special shows coming up. We got a special show coming up about the historical, some history of Grand United Order of Our Fellows on April 10th by 4 o'clock. We want to be talking about the facts about who we are as Odd Fellows, who we are as Household of Rule, and it should be a very interesting show. And I invite you all to come on and attend. And as we will be here, that show will be a special show on a Sunday, not on a Tuesday. We'll still have our regular Tuesday show, but we will be talking about our fellows and its contributions and some things that happened with it on April the 10th. So I invite you all to come and join us and be a part of our show. Also, be a part of our family. You don't have to be a member of our order to be a part of our family. You just have to be able to tune in sometime. That makes you a part of our family. We might not know you, but if you reach and choosing to be a part of us, then you're part of our family. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining me and allowing me to ramble and just get some stuff off my chest tonight that has been eating at me of me wanting to express. I thank you for allowing me and my producer uh, for allowing us to show and help and speak about this issue tonight and every night that we do it every Tuesday and any other special show that we have. I also would like to thank my producer for designing our great flyers that we be posting that we be having going on. I want to thank him publicly. You may not see him, but he's still there. And I didn't know how, and I want to thank him also because I didn't know how I was going to ever do this show. But I had faith that I would one day be able to do a show like this. And then I was blessed to meet this young man. He did a lot for Disorder. He's part of Disorder. He's doing a lot for our show and for other things that we have too many to count. So I do want to thank him for all the help and time that he has put into Disorder and this show because without his help and his guidance, we wouldn't be able to put on a show where you can hear me ramble for an hour. You won't be able to see the beautiful flyers that we have. So I just want to say thank you again, brother. I know you can't, hear me, but you're not on the show. But just thank you.
You're more than welcome, sir.
All right. So I am not gonna hold you up. We're gonna cut this a little short tonight, but I do want to thank you all tonight for allowing me and my family to come into your computer tonight to speak to you about writing on faith. Next week we'll continue the subject, writing on hope and speaking on hope because that's the other side of that coin. We're not just trying to leave just one subject and just bounce to another subject. We want to give you the whole package. And hopefully next week I have more people here to answer and discuss the questions as we usually do for each and every one of you. I am District Grandmaster Sean Cannon of the South Carolina Grand United Order of Our Fellows. You can also find us on our website at www.gorf.org, as well as we are also on YouTube, as well as Facebook for Gorf Live. So please come join us anyway. Sign up for our for to receive information from us on our website, and we'll be happy when we send out information or do posts about our history or events that's coming up. Please join us because we got a lot of great things in store for you and for the year 2022. We got a big festival for that we're planning and working on and making happen. So we want you to come join us and our family. We even more so want you to come join us as our brothers as well as our sisters. So we're looking for each and every one of y'all to come and be a part of our family. So again, Don't be afraid. Come join us. Have faith. We do. Do you? Now, again, I'm this Grandmaster Sean Cannon of the Grand United Order of Odd Fellows. I will tonight bid you a good day, and I hope that I see you again next week at 8 o'clock. And to each and every one of y'all, have a great night and a safe night. And stay warm and out of the bad weather if you have it. If it's good weather, get out there and have some fun and enjoy yourself. So, again, thank you. We appreciate you and your time and your effort. And I hope to see you again. All right, Brother Cobbs, can you go ahead and take us out for the night? Have a good one, gentlemen and ladies. Anything